Thank you for sharing your time with me this morning. It's oh my goodness, I think it's Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. Yes, it's Tuesday. I am coming on very quick. It's going to be a very quick video. I was getting ready to do this and I thought I'm going to turn on my video camera real quick because I had a couple of things I wanted to show you and share with you before I did it so that you would understand my process. Over at Junk Journal Inspirations and More, they're doing a couple of one-year anniversary challenges this month. And one of them is to make a small mini journal, which pretty sure Justine is running that. And she covered a small box yesterday, so I'm doing mine today. Now, I put some gesso over mine because I have this fabric that I made. It's a pink 12 fabric. I've been hoarding it for 2 years now. The rest of it, I made some balances for my granddaughter's, well, it's the guest sewing room, but it's basically for my granddaughters. They stay in there when they come. But anyway, so I thought I would use this fabric. Now, I covered my Band-Aid box with some gesso yesterday because I was afraid that you would be able to see the blue through the white part of the fabric, even though it's a very hefty, I just lost the word. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was watching Cara Renee this morning over at Be Reborn Arts, and you know, we both have the same kind of issues, and I don't edit my videos, as you know. And I don't watch them before I put them up. I just put them up. Because if I watched them, then you wouldn't get a video. So, it's a toile, like a duck cloth. So, not really canvas, but anyway, when I did put it down, I could see like a lot of blue, even though it's a heavyweight fabric. And I was going to cover it with some sheet fabric first and then put this over it, but I just felt like it was going to be too bulky, so I just covered it with some gesso, and now I'm fine with it. I mean, if you really looked, you would be able to see a little bit of the blue in the background, but you can't read any words or anything, so I think it's going to be fine. So what I wanted to show you was what I do to cover anything when I use fabric, and it's so simple. What I use is a spray bond. This is by Spray Bond, but you can use Spray and Bond. You can use any kind of temporary basting adhesive. I have used this, not this particular brand, but there's many. It doesn't gum up your needles. It's just a fabulous. I use it for paper as well. If I'm going to sew on like a full sheet of paper, like I made this yesterday, it's just going to be a ephemera holder, because over at Rach and Bella Crafts, they are running Get Your Chic on, and I realized I don't have a shabby chic ephemera holder, and I'm using 2 kits for that. One by Rose at Journals in Time called, oh shoot, I just had the name of it, I just wrote it down. See, I do this all the time. Hold on, maybe it's on her sheet. It's called, I bet it just says, yep, it does. Oh, phew. Simple Pleasures. That's Journals in Time, and it is on sale this week only. So get over there and get it. It's a fabulous kit. And then the other kit that I'll be using is also lots of pinks, and it is called, Get Your Chic On. And that's by Rach and Bella Crafts. So I just lined it with some satin and paper, and then, but I sprayed it with this first when I did the satin, not when I did the paper, but when I did the satin, I sprayed the paper with this first, and as you can see, I don't have to worry about it because when I go to stitch it, it's not glued, and you can't glue satin because the glue would come through. See? And it didn't like lay completely flat, but it's satin. So, but it sewed very nicely, and I'm very, very, very pleased with it. So, and this is just going to be my little ephemera book, and I'll show you when I get all the ephemera finish cut out and it all put back in. And then I just covered this part with some lace just to make it look pretty, and it's just a file folder. As you can see, I cut it down, and that's it. So, oh, and then I sprayed it with this, but you have to spray it outside, and I did it with this because I didn't want this to get dirty. But can you hear that? It feels almost like, it feels like fabric. It feels like linen once you spray it with a crystal clear acrylic coating, and I just give it 2 coats. I give it 1 coat, it dries like that, and then I give it another coat, it dries like that, and then I leave it outside for about 10 minutes. There's no smell, there's no nothing. I do it on napkins primarily, but you know, napkins that I don't glue or anything. I just take the napkin, take it apart, take it outside, spray the napkin, and then I use it on everything. It won't tear because I've sprayed it with this. So anyway, we'll do that another time. Let's get back to this. So I've used that, and now I'm going to show you how well that this works, okay? And how quick it works. And then I'll just take it right over to my sewing machine and sew it. I won't do that on camera, obviously, but I'm going to show you how this works. So you just spray, you know, you just shake it up, and I've already cut my fabric, and then I turned the camera on because I thought, ooh, I want to show people how I do that, because there's been many times I've done it, and I've just thought, I wanted to video that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it over my trash, just because I don't want it to get on my glass mat. Although it does come off, I don't want any overspray. So what I do is I just spray it lightly, real quick on, and you'll see it, I hope, before it like gets into the paper. But I'm just gonna give it a couple of squirts here, like that. You can't see it, but it's on there. And I sprayed it over my, like inside my trash, so that it wouldn't overspray onto anything. And then I'm just gonna place this where I want it. And I don't know, which one did I want? I wanted this one for the front. So I'm just gonna place this right here. And that's gonna be my outside. And see how it just flattens right down? And I didn't, look, you can lift it right up. And then place it back down. And you can do this on anything, paper, cardstock, fabric to fabric, obviously. You can do it to, I use it for running my fabric through my printer when I want to print it, because it's very inexpensive and it works really well, and it takes the linen real well. So, and I like to print on linen. So, like all my old vintage linen and stuff, I have a lot of it, so I use it. So I'm just going to do that, and see, it lifted right off. So, and I'm also going to do the other side, and then I'll trim it if I want to. I might not. And so let me just spray this side real quick. And again, I sprayed it over my trash only because we're on camera. I don't want to get it all over my mat, because you have to wipe it real fast. Not real fast, but you just have to wipe it down, and I just didn't want to do that on camera. So, and if you have a cardboard box or something, by all means, you could do it, you know, like if you have a spray box or whatever that you use. I don't. And I typically will do this outside. Because I can, you know, I mean, I live here in Florida, so I can spray it, bring it back in, take it to my sewing machine because it doesn't gum up my needle. And there I have my cover that, and I did tear it so that I would have the fringe, because I like that look. Well, for this one I do, and I wanted it to kind of overhang a little bit. So there you go. And I just, you know, when I took the fabric before I tore it, I chose which pattern I wanted for the front, and I did want that one, but when I put it on, it kind of wrapped around and I got this image. So I did place this on purpose so I would have this image on the front, and that one on the back, and then the same with this one. It's different than the front. So there you go. Now, if I wanted to take this off, I could peel that right off. But that's so easy. Again, if you're looking for it, they sell it at any fabric store, Amazon. You don't use a lot of it, so you have it forever. Just shake it well, spray it on, put your fabric on. If you're going to use this, you can get it in any hardware store. And like I said, I usually will use it on napkins when I'm using napkins for anything, but also if I don't want something to get dirty, especially like paper. This is just paper. It's not cardstock or anything. It's just paper. It's from a kit that I had printed. I didn't want to print anything for it, and it was for a clutch type project, but I never did it. You know, I never made the clutch part of it. And I don't remember the name of the kit, but I know it's from Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. But I don't remember the name of it, and I no longer have it because my computer broke, and it was I was doing a lot of design team work at the time, and I lost the whole file. Anything I got on Etsy, I was able to get back. I just haven't contacted Doreen yet to see if I can get another kit, because I lost the kit. But I did make a journal from this. It's very pretty. So anyway, that's just the idea. And then I have all these pieces that I'll be putting on the pages to hold in the ephemera, and I'll be working on that today. And I think that's all I had to show you. So that's it for today's video. Well, I might be back with another one this afternoon, depends on what I finish. I'm going to be working on the ephemera and finishing cutting it up and placing it in. So I might be back to show you that. All I did for the ephemera book is I didn't do anything fancy. I simply cut up the pages. This is, like I said, a file folder. You can tell. I cut it down to where I wanted the size. And then I simply put in some cardstock. And it's nothing fancy. Nothing. It's cardstock that I had. This is paper. But I wanted it to kind of match when you opened it, you know, because it's me. And it just folds like this. So it's got kind of a round in it. And I did poke it wrong right here, but that doesn't bother me because it's just ephemera. It's just an ephemera holder. I'm not selling it or anything. And you can always do something like this to get rid of that hole. But when I did put in the signature, I put the signature in. I poked that hole the wrong place. See, I already fixed it. And you can't even see it on the other sides. So when I come back, so I'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 places to place little pockets for ephemera. And then I tied it so that it would be on the outside. And I was going to put a magnet here, make it all pretty and all lacy, and put lace here and all that. And I thought, it's an ephemera book. It's going to go on a shelf like this. You're not going to see it. So it will just tie like this. And that's it. Very, very simple. I've made so many of these ephemera books. but I don't have a shabby chic one. Imagine that. Nothing in pink. And I had so much pink ephemera. So, but like I said, this month, May, for Rach and Bella is very near and dear to my heart, and I really want to help Rose get her her kit out there, and I will be doing some more projects, and also Rach's kit out there. They are just gorgeous. I love them. I've already made a couple of things because I couldn't help myself. So there you go. That's that. I'm going to go sew this, and then as I create this, which will be, you know, I'm not going to be working on it every day. I'm actually going to put this aside, not work on it again probably till next week, because I am working on a design team project. So anyway, that's it. So do have a wonderful day. And just craft with something pink. Okay. I love y'all. Be well. Be safe. Be blessed. And I love you. Take care. Bye-bye.